Thought for 11s. Have you ever wondered what secrets our planet is hiding right under our noses? Forgotten relics that could rewrite history, spark endless debates, or send chills down your spine? What if I told you that ordinary people, just like you, have stumbled upon treasures so bizarre they seem ripped from a thriller novel? Stick around, because we're diving into the most jaw-dropping discoveries on Earth, each one more intriguing than the last. By the end, you'll question everything you thought you knew about our world. Let's uncover them one by one, starting with a massive Soviet beast lurking in the shadows. Deep in the vast steppes of Kazakhstan, a group of adventurous hikers, who were simply out exploring the remote wilderness, stumbled upon a colossal relic from the space race era. What was it? The legendary N-1 rocket, also known as the Buran Cosmos Dome, with its enormous rocket stages still intact inside a decaying hangar. When did this happen? Back in the Soviet Union's heyday, this 59-meter-tall super-heavy launch vehicle was built in the 1960s to outpower any other rocket of its time. Where exactly? In an abandoned cosmodrome, hidden amid endless plains. Why was it left there? After the program failed to beat the Americans to the moon, it was mothballed, turning into a technological tomb. How did it survive? The massive hangar doors, designed to accommodate entire rockets, have shielded it from the elements, preserving even the nearby Buran space shuttle, which flew just once unmanned in 1988, now gathering dust in this eerie time capsule. Imagine stepping inside, the air thick with history, echoes of unfulfilled dreams. But what secrets does the shuttle still hold? You'll want to keep watching to find out how these finds get even wilder. Picture this. You're strolling along a serene beach, the waves gently lapping at your feet, when suddenly, an enormous shadow looms offshore. That's exactly what happened near Alvarado, Mexico, where beachgoers discovered the abandoned cruise ship known as the Enchanted Capri. What is this ghostly vessel? A 157-meter-long hotel ship with 248 luxurious rooms that once hosted 937 passengers and 155 crew members. When was it abandoned? In 2012, after a violent storm dragged its anchor, grounding it just meters from the shore. Why hasn't it been removed? Plans to scrap it in 2020 fell through, leaving it eerily intact, furniture scattered, spare parts untouched, lifeboats dangling like forgotten promises. How does nature reclaim it? Slowly, with vines creeping over decks and waves eroding its hull, turning this once glamorous liner into a haunting monument. What mysteries lie in its deserted cabins? Could there be lost artifacts or stories waiting? Hold on, because the next discovery takes abandonment to a whole new level. Wandering through a pitch-black field at night, heart pounding from the unknown, one explorer froze in terror as a massive silhouette emerged from the darkness. What was it? A colossal mining excavator, abandoned in an open-pit mine somewhere in Europe. Measuring up to 30 meters high and 120 meters long, this industrial giant weighs a staggering 1,980 tons. When did it stop operating? Decades ago, left to rust after the mine closed. Where? In a forgotten industrial zone, now overgrown and silent. Why was it abandoned? Economic shifts rendered it obsolete, but remarkably its switches, controls, and mechanical parts remain mostly intact. How does it look now? Like a scene from a post-apocalyptic film, with rust creeping like veins across its frame. Imagine climbing inside. What forgotten logs or tools might reveal about its operators? This is just the beginning. The intrigue builds as we head to a celebrity's hidden past. In the dense woods of Maryland, USA, a team of urban explorers, who were scouting for forgotten sites, uncovered a personal time capsule tied to Hollywood royalty. What did they find? The childhood home of Sylvester Stallone, the iconic Rocky star, abandoned yet brimming with echoes of his 1950s life. Where exactly? A 4-bedroom house tucked away in the forest, surrounded by a rusting collection of classic cars. When was it left behind? After Stallone's family moved on, it fell into disrepair. Why is it fascinating? Outside, vehicles like a Mercedes-Benz 250, a 170V S-Class, Chevrolet Corvettes, a Stingray, a C3 convertible, a Camaro, and even an SS kit car modeled after a 1929 Mercedes SSK with custom plates, sit decaying, museum-worthy if not for the neglect. How were they preserved? Nature's canopy has shielded them somewhat, but time is winning. What stories do these cars hold about Stallone's early inspirations? Ponder that as we plunge underwater for a wartime wonder. Beneath the turquoise waves of the Red Sea, off Egypt's coast, divers who were mapping reefs encountered a submerged museum of military history. What is it? The SS Thistlegorm, a 126-meter British cargo steamship sunk during World War II. When did it happen? On October 6, 1941, bombed by German aircraft while anchored due to a Suez Canal blockage. Where? In the Strait of Gubal, now a diver's paradise. Why was it carrying such cargo? En route from Glasgow, it held Bedford trucks, armored carriers, motorcycles, guns, ammunition, and even 2 steam locomotives for Egyptian railways, all still packed in the holds. How has it endured? The cold depths have preserved it remarkably, turning it into an accessible shipwreck. Imagine swimming through. What if you found a personal artifact from a crew member? The mystery deepens, but wait, our next find blurs reality itself. Strolling through a lush forest, you spot something that makes you question your eyes. A 25-meter-high wall, camouflaged with printed forest imagery, blending seamlessly with the trees. What is this bizarre barrier? A massive canvas designed to hide whatever lies beyond. Where? In a remote wooded area, possibly in Europe, evading satellite views. When was it built? Likely in recent decades for secrecy. Why? Theories swirl. It could shield a military base, a politician's retreat, or something more sinister, as locals stay silent. How does it work? The detailed printing fools the eye from afar, but up close the illusion shatters. What forbidden secrets does it guard? Your curiosity is piqued, right? Let's escalate to a structure defying gravity. On Hokkaido's Pacific coast in Japan, coastal erosion has revealed a concrete military bunker, seemingly floating in mid-air. What is this surreal sight? A World War II Japanese Army pillbox, 5 meters wide and 6 meters deep. When was it constructed? In the war's final days, as defense against invasion. Where? Perched on a cliff edge, soil washed away below. Why does it appear suspended? Gradual erosion left it exposed, creating the illusion. How sturdy is it? Built to withstand attacks, it now teeters dramatically. Imagine peering over the edge. What historical artifacts might tumble out? But hold tight, underwater mysteries await. In the depths off Papua New Guinea, researchers finally solved a century-old enigma. What did they discover? The HMS AE-1, Australia's first submarine and the first Allied sub, lost in World War I. When? It vanished in 1914, found in 2017 using high-tech ROVs. Where? Sunken in deep waters, mapped in 3D detail. Why did it sink? Clues suggest a sudden dive gone wrong. How was it preserved? The ocean's embrace kept it intact, revealing its final moments. What if it holds logs explaining the crew's fate? The revelations keep coming. Next, a frozen wartime hoard. In a frozen swamp in Russia, a search team unearthed wooden crates from World War II. What was inside? Thousands of sealed ammunition rounds untouched by time. When? Buried during the 1940s, recovered recently. Where? Beneath ice in a remote forest. Why hidden? Likely stashed for safety during battles. How handled? Experts followed protocols to deactivate dangers before museum transfer. Imagine the risk. What if one crate held something more explosive? Curiosity mounting? We're just warming up. Off Croatia's coast in crystal clear waters lies a B-17 Flying Fortress bomber from World War II. What happened? It made an emergency water landing in 1944 when its last engine failed. When exactly? Near the war's end, crew surviving by floating 20 minutes before it sank. Where? 72 meters deep, preserved as an underwater relic. Why intact? The sea's conditions mummified it. How did the crew escape? Quick thinking saved them. What personal items might remain in the cockpit? Let's dig deeper, literally. Metal detectorists in Europe uncovered an ancient storage chamber sealed with a patterned clay lid. What lay inside? Gold and silver jewelry, plus coins from centuries ago. When? Likely hidden during turbulent ancient times. Where? Buried under earth layers. Why concealed? To protect wealth from invaders. How preserved? The seal kept elements out. Imagine the thrill of opening it. What era's drama does it whisper? But automotive fans, this next one's for you. In Washington State's forests, a dusty barn hides a collector's dream. What? A trove of 1960s, 70s American muscle cars, rare Plymouth GTXs, Pontiac GTOs, Dodge Challengers with V8 engines. When abandoned, decades ago, now worth millions post-restoration. Where? An unassuming structure in the woods. Why left? Owners passing or neglect? How valuable? Limited editions make them priceless. What if you found the keys? The value skyrockets, but wait, liquid treasures next. Off Sweden's coast in the Baltic Sea, divers found a 19th century shipwreck. What cargo? 100 bottles of vintage champagne and rare Selters mineral water in clay bottles from 1850-1867. When sunk? Mid-1800s, preserved by cold waters. Where? Baltic depths. Why precious? Mineral water was once medicinal, served to royals. How linked to today? The producer still exists. Taste the history. What flavors linger? Now, prehistoric ingenuity. Carved into solid rock in France, a 16,000-year-old dwelling challenges history. What? Multiple rooms with a fireplace crafted by primitive tools. When? Paleolithic era. Where? Ancient rock faces. Why sophisticated? Shows early humans' architectural skills. How survived? Rock's durability. Imagine living there. What daily life secrets? Fossil hunters rejoice. After 30 years searching, an explorer found the ultimate megalodon tooth site. What? 17 complete teeth in 1 week, bones scattered. When? Recently, in an untouched location. Where? A secret spot barely dug. Why abundant? Ancient predator hotspot. How to find more? Follow bone trails. Dream come true. But industrial giants sink next. In Romania's flooded Constantinovski coal quarry, hikers saw massive excavators drowning in groundwater. What? A 4,100-ton, 30-meter tall rotary excavator that mined 1 million tons yearly until 2010. When abandoned, post-bankruptcy. Where? Reclaimed quarry. Why tragic? Political changes stripped them bare. How reclaimed? Waters rise, turning them into skeletons. Story of decay. Eerie chapels follow. In a silent forest, a hiker at night found a 12th century chapel. What? A worship site for 600 years, now stripped by time. When built? Late 1100s. Where? Overgrown woods. Why unsettling? Shadows feel watchful. How reclaimed? Wilderness engulfs it. Ghostly presence. What spirits linger? Nautical ghosts ahead. Along the Delaware River, USA, a boat graveyard holds the U.S. lightship Barnegat. What? A 129-foot floating lighthouse from 1904. When retired? 1967, after WTW patrols. Where? Rusting among vessels. Why endangered? Historical significance fading. How served? Guided ships from dangers. Rare survivor. Caves beckon. Explorers entered a cave, finding the largest underground chamber. What? 30-meter ceilings, perfect acoustics, dark pools. When discovered? Recently. Where? Remote system. Why shocking? Scale defies expectation. How illuminated? Barely, with flashlights. Another world. What echoes reveal? Chernobyl's chill next. In Chernobyl's forests, hikers found thousands of radiation-contaminated gas masks. What? Discarded after the 1986 disaster. When? Cleanup era. Where? Scattered grounds. Why eerie? Silent witnesses to catastrophe. How safe now? Levels dropped, but danger lingers. Haunting reminder. Underground cars follow. Kilometers under Swiss mountains. Dozens of Volkswagen Beetles and Golfs in an abandoned mine. What? Stored by a museum owner 40 years ago. When closed? 1980s, where? Tunnels with blue ceilings to repel bugs. Why abandoned? Overflow collection forgotten. How discovered? Visitors find more cars. Automotive tomb. What's deepest? Japanese heartbreak next. In Japan's countryside, rare skylines and Supras rot due to laws. What? Collectible vehicles facing crushers. When? Ongoing neglect. Where? Rural lots. Why tragic? Parts worth fortunes abroad. How prevented? Strict ownership. Enthusiast's nightmare. Ancient churches await. Behind crumbling Italian walls, a 13th century church with ornate details. What? Holds a broken carriage from the era. When neglected? Centuries ago. Where? Forgotten site. Why surprising? Like a visitorless museum. How intact? Time-spared facades. Sacred mystery. Submarine surface. A kayaker found a decommissioned military sub. What? Retired in 2000s. Listed on eBay. When? Post-classified service. Fair waterside. Why bizarre? Buyer's tourist claims raised alarms. How removed? Government intervened. Secrets guarded. What tech hides? Surreal stairs descend. In an abandoned slate mine, a staircase leads to crystalline depths with a submerged ladder vanishing into darkness. What? Tempting void. When explored? Recently. Where? Underground quarry. Why chilling? Unknown below. How defies reality? Crystal formations. Dare to imagine. Worthless fortunes next. In a Soviet missile silo, billions of obsolete rubles. What? Stashed post-1990s collapse. When disposed? Early 1990s. Where? Underground chamber. Why eerie? Empire's monument. How worthless? Inflation rendered them trash. Historical irony. Cold War wreckage follows. In Death Valley, botanists found a CIA Grumman HU-16 Albatross crash from 1952. What? Classified mission wreckage. When? January 1952, crew parachuted safely. Where? Panamint Mountains, hidden 68 years. Why interesting? Miraculous survival. How rediscovered? Plant search, lost history. Soviet planes graveyard. Under overgrown wilderness, a Soviet airfield with AN-2s, Mi-2 helicopters, Yak-52s, Yak-18As. What? Stripped frames. When abandoned? Post-Cold War. Where? Remote field. Why forgotten? Nature reclaims. How telling? Vegetation weaves through. Silent stories. Alaskan ambition. In Alaska, the last train to nowhere. What? 3 locomotives, 19 cars stranded since 1913. When? Storm-destroyed bridge. Where? 40 kilometers outside Nome. Why failed? Bankruptcy in 1907. How frozen? Gold Rush relic. Sentinels of failure. Ukrainian airfield. In Ukraine's Kiev region, 30-plus aircraft, L-29 jets, Mi-2, Mi-8 helicopters, AN-2 planes. What? Abandoned with fuel. When? 1990s. Where? Empty field. Why toll? Scavengers time. How proud once. Training facility. Aviation bygones. Underwater airliner. In the Red Sea, a sunk Lockheed L-1011 TriStar. What? Deliberately submerged in 2019 for reef. When served? 1980s, Royal Jordanian. Where? 15 to 28 meters deep. Why haven? Marine life thrives. How explored? Wreck divers. Ecosystem giant. Channel catastrophe. In the English Channel, the MV Tricolor, 50,000-ton car carrier sunk in 2002. What? 3,000 vehicles aboard after collisions. When? 3 wrecks in 2 weeks. Where? 30 meters off France. Why complex? Salvage challenge. How recovered? Underwater cemetery. Unusual operation. Forest tanks. In an American forest, M60 Patton tanks and M113 carriers. What? Army workhorses, 750 HP, 48 kilometers reach. When served? 2 decades. Where? Lined in resting place. Why graveyard? Forgotten might. How reclaimed? Nature encroaches. Eerie Museum, ancient megaliths. At Baalbek, Lebanon, 1,200-ton stones. What? Precision-cut limestone predating Romans. When? Thousands of years ago. Where? Quarry with largest block ever. Why challenging? Advanced tech theories. How cut? Sophisticated marks. Lost civilization. Desert whales next. In Chile's Atacama, 40 whale skeletons. What? Blue. Fin whales. Extinct dolphin. When? Millions of years ago. Toxic algae death. Where? Now desert seafloor. Why preserved? Storm. Transformation. How identified? Paleontologists. Marine mystery. Giant footprint. In South African granite, a 1.2-meter footprint formation. What? Vertical impression, 200 million years old. When's formed? Ancient era. Where? Outcroppings. Why debated? Giant theories versus erosion. How? Nature or evidence? Comment your thoughts. Aviation history. In British Columbia forests, a W-2 Catalina flying boat on Radar Hill. What? Emergency landing? Intact. When? War era? Where? Muddy hike. Why ponds? Post-crash explosives. How see it? Treacherous path. Interesting site. Buried bomb. Vietnamese gardeners dug up a 1-ton unexploded bomb. What? 2.5 meters long, buried 2 meters. When? War relic. Where? Under home. Why shock? Lived above unknowingly. How handled? Evacuated safely. Close call. Desert plain. In Egypt's Al-Wadi al-Jadid Desert, a Wabitoku Curtis Kitty Hawk. What? RAF plane ET-574, preserved since 1942. When? Pilot lost in flight. Where? Sand swept. Why special? Memorial to fallen. How untouched? Desert conditions. Fallen hero, swamp sub. In Moscow suburbs, a swamp submarine. What? Marketing prop for housing. When? Recent installation. Where? Bog. Why surreal? Attracted investors successfully. How authentic? Fooled at glance. Clever stunt, Mexican minesweeper. In Cozumel waters, the Felipe Xicotencatl C-53 minesweeper. What? WP, US Navy, later Mexican. When sunk? 2000 for reef. Where? 25 meters deep. Why attraction? Fish patrol hauls. How served? 37 years protecting seas, majestic wreck, Icelandic plane. On Iceland's Black Sands, a Douglas Super DC-3 wreckage. What? 1973 military crash, crew unharmed. When? November 21st. Where? Volcanic landscape. Why monument? Draws photographers. How preserved? Eerie beauty. Otherworldly, UFO incident. In Suffolk's Rendlesham Forest, 1980 UFO sightings. What? Lights, triangular craft with hieroglyphs. When? December. Where? Near RAF base. Why famous? Officials witnessed. How explained? Stars, but sculpture commemorates. Captivating legacy. Cold War sub. On Pavlodar Reservoir shores, K-19 submarine conning tower. What? Nuclear vessel, survived accidents. When? 1961 near disaster. Where? Memorial by crew member. Why nicknamed Hiroshima? Prevented, Whua. How honors? 32 sailors. Powerful tribute, buried car. In Kazakhstan field, a 1980s Moskvich 412 buried intact. What? Tires hold air, parts preserved. When? Decades underground. Where? Remote Earth. Why buried? Unknown. How recovered successfully? Unusual parking. Thistlegorm again. In Red Sea, SS Thistlegorm with BSA motorcycles. What? Wuti freighter, preserved cargo. When? 1941, sinking. Where? 125 meters long. Why museum? Rose intact after 80 years. How eerie? Tires, windows whole. Time capsule. Polar base. On a barren sea island, Soviet vehicles. ZIL trucks, UAZ, Zaporozhets. What? Preserved by Arctic. When? Abandoned mid-1990s. Where? S-75 missile post. Why intact? Evacuation costs. How stocked? Bunker supplies. Remarkable find. Sunken tank. After 64 years, a T-34-76 tank from 1944 battles. What? Sunk through ice, vertical in silt. When? Budu 2. Where? Watery grave. Why recovered? Legal, technical prep. How confirmed? Local accounts. Wartime relic, Arctic wrecks. Near Tiksi, Brusnev Island, frozen vessels and plane crashes. What? Ships, Lee 2, AN2 remnants. When? Perpetual ice. Where? Borkaya Bay. Why intriguing? Possible Yakutia Zarya. How challenging? Ice coverage. Maritime graveyard, iron sphere. On Hamamatsu Beach, Japan, a metallic sphere with handles. What? Round object, X-rayed by bomb squad. When? Recent appearance, where? Quiet shore, why mystery? Spy device or mooring buoy, how captivated? Global media, baffling, railway giant. In dense forest, locomotive 50.370 from 1928. What? Romanian-Prussian G10 copy. When? Final to Germany. Where? With mismatched tenders. Why remarkable? Interwar engineering. How frozen? Original tender intact. Steel history. Cruise ship. In Solomon Islands, MS World discover a cruise ship. What 1975 build icebreaker? When? Sank April 30th, 2000 on reef. Where? Roderick Bay, 45-degree angle. Why dramatic? Captain saved all. How surrendering? Tides claim. Haunting voyage. Reclaimed truck. In Vietnamese wilderness, a ZIL truck salvageable. What? Years exposed undergrowth. When? Abandoned long ago. Where? Remote. Why durable? Restoration possible. How returned? Proper work. Impressive resilience, and there you have it. These discoveries prove our world is full of hidden wonders that defy explanation. Which one left you most intrigued? Share in the comments and stay tuned for more revelations that will keep you guessing. Our planet is a living museum, filled with mysteries, relics, and forgotten stories waiting to be rediscovered. From sunken warships to buried treasures and ghostly machines of the past, each find reminds us how much of Earth's history still hides in plain sight. Which discovery amazed you the most? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you love exploring the world's strangest and most mind-bending finds, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.